Emergence of the Antichrist, country of his origin exposed. From Genesis to Revelation. From Daniel's night visions to Paul's apocalyptic letters. A name is never directly mentioned, but a man, a force cloaked in human flesh, was foretold. The Antichrist. Not merely a tyrant, not just a dictator, but the ultimate counterfeit of Christ himself. And now, the pressing question that haunts theologians, watchers, and governments alike. Where will he come from? The prophetic blueprint. Let us begin where it all began, the book of Daniel. Out of one of them came a little horn, which grew exceedingly great, toward the south, toward the east, and toward the glorious land. Daniel 8 verse 9. Bible scholars note, this little horn emerges from one of the 4 divisions of Alexander the Great's empire, an empire that split into Greece, Turkey, Syria, and Egypt. But this little horn does not come with brute force at first. He comes with policy, flattery, and deception. The Roman connection. In the book of Revelation, John speaks of a beast rising out of the sea, with 7 heads and 10 horns, tied to the revived Roman Empire. The people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. Daniel 9 verse 26. History confirms. It was Roman legions, specifically from the eastern provinces, including modern-day Syria and Turkey, that destroyed the Second Temple in 70 AD. So, the Antichrist's people are linked not only to Rome, but more precisely, to the eastern arm of Rome. Asia Minor. Modern-day Turkey. The Assyrian mystery. Many prophecies in Isaiah and Micah refer to the Assyrian, a title some believe applies to the coming Antichrist. When the Assyrian shall come into our land, Micah 5 verse 5. The Assyrian Empire covered parts of today's Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Iran. And intriguingly, Turkey sits at the spiritual crossroads of ancient pagan empires, Greco-Roman thought, Islamic caliphates, and Christian heresies. Coincidence? Or prophetic precision? The globalist stage. The man of sin will not rise in a vacuum. He will need chaos, fear, collapse, and then, order out of disorder. In today's geopolitical theater, the EU seeks integration, a revived Roman Empire. Turkey pushes for regional dominance, straddling East and West, Christian and Islamic worlds. Israel awaits a political messiah who will bring peace. And the UN continues to call for a central figure to lead a global peace initiative. Could this Antichrist emerge from Turkey or a Mediterranean power, then rise into world prominence through international institutions? Clues from the Talmud and Islamic eschatology. Not just the Bible, even Islamic eschatology speaks of a coming deceiver. The Dajjal, one-eyed, miracle-performing, global deceiver. According to Hadith, he arises from the east, possibly Khorasan, and heads westward, to Israel. Meanwhile, certain Jewish mystics anticipate a Messiah figure who may not fulfill the Torah entirely. But who will be revealed through conflict? The stage is set for a false Messiah, who presents himself to Jews as the Anointed One, to Muslims as a prophet, and to the world as a unifier. But behind the smiles hides the serpent. Emerging patterns. Turkey, a NATO nation, but increasingly Islamic. Its leader dreams of reviving the Ottoman Caliphate. Syria, Iraq, hotbeds of ancient biblical cities, Nineveh, Babylon, Assyria. Rome, Vatican, a symbolic spiritual center. Many believe the false prophet will arise here. Israel, the epicenter, the final deception. The land where the Antichrist will declare himself as God in the coming Third Temple. Artificial intelligence and the beast system. And he causes all to receive a mark, without which no one can buy or sell. Revelation 13 verses 16 to 17. The world is rapidly digitizing. Facial recognition. Biometric ID. Central bank digital currencies. AI-controlled surveillance grids. The infrastructure for the beast is no longer science fiction. It's global policy in motion. Final warning. So where will the Antichrist come from? The evidence leans toward the Middle East, likely from the eastern leg of the Roman Empire, with strong contenders being Turkey, Syria, or a future globalist-backed figure operating from Israel. But one truth remains clear. He will be charming but cunning, peaceful but perverse, accepted by many but sent by none. He will rise not in war, but in false peace, and only those rooted in truth will discern the lie when he finally reveals his face. Will you recognize the deceiver when he speaks, or will you already be under his spell? The emergence of the Antichrist, the country of his origin exposed, a revelation to watchmen of the end.